How do we break habits? I don't know, you kind of lose interest in them, if you have a priority for yourself that you don't want to be in friendships that are not nourishing, then if that's your priority, then you'll start breaking the habit of excusing people because you want to get on with them. You know what I mean? It's just about what you really prioritize, like what your priority is. If you what you really want is lots of friends and a nice social group and all this emotional support and all that stuff, no matter what, if that's what your sole aim, then then that sensitivity won't come into play really. But if you just want to have some nourishing contacts and you don't want to entertain superficial friendships, then you won't. Then you'll break habits, whatever habits there might be, or maybe there aren't any. I don't know. There's no rules about this stuff, Jennifer. It's just about how we feel. If anything, if you say, can there be a lack of sensitivity? It's only a habit of overlooking our own feelings. So how do you break that habit? By paying attention to them. It's not being selfish or self-centered, prioritizing myself or thinking about me before family and friends. They will think I'm a bad person. Yeah, but you can't spend your whole life doing things and worrying about what others might think. Yeah, of course, you might be called selfish or self-centered, but that's just someone else's narrow-mindedness. If you want other people to like you, then you're going to get into conflict, with yourself. And what would be the problem with prioritizing yourself over family and friends? Like, why should they come first? Why? What's the criteria? Why do all the conflicts come? Because we all think we're dependent on each other. Because we think we're dependent on the group. Yeah, we think that's where our nourishment comes from. We actually think that we're dependent for our survival on other people. Like we are because we don't know where our nourishment comes from. We think it comes from other people. So of course we have to be liked, because if they don't like us, we won't get the nourishment, the approval, the attention, the support, all this stuff. Yeah. Because I was taught that family is first, should die for family. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. But that's it's for you to question or not. And what is family anyway? It's a collection of people, right? So which one out of the people is the most important? Like which one, if there are, like, say there are four people in a family, and then I have three people around me, and I have this obligation, I should sacrifice myself for the family if necessary. If all three of them are in danger and I can save one of their lives by sacrificing my own, how would I choose? Who's the most important one? It's insane. Like, what's the family means? It's a word. What does it refer to? It refers to a group of people, right? So what you should sacrifice your life for that collection of people because they are more important than you. Like, just when I say question it, I just mean see how silly and superficial and empty the logic is of this kind of standard about putting family first and all that. It's all it is, Jennifer, all it is, this kind of traditional view, this kind of um, that you said you were taught that family is first, should even die for family. This should only gets put on us, we get pressured with it, so that it ensures your obedience to the group and your loyalty to the group. So that it's like it's almost like an energy trade. It's like saying, okay, you have to give your energy to this group so that the group can exist. And why is the group so important? Nobody knows. It's insanity. Is it not good to be obedient or loyal? Why would it be good? For what? What would obedience be good for? And loyalty, other than to yourself. What's the good of loyalty, really? What's the good of obedience? All it does is nourish someone else's ego. That's all it does. It's nourishment for the ego. Again, it's all in this context of uh, believing that our survival depends on the group. Yeah. Obedient and loyal. If I'm an obedient and loyal daughter, my parents will love me and respect me and my husband and kids too. It does not work like that. No, and you know it doesn't work like that. You already know the answer to that question. Again, it's just about the loyalty to the group. It's just about this belief in our survival being dependent on the group. Yeah. Why would you need the love and respect of your family? Number one, why would you need that? So that you get are included, so you're not left out, so you have some assurance of safety or nourishment in life, right? It's the fear of lack, a fear of being alone, of dying, of being without food and whatever. Yeah. But it has nothing to do with love. Love doesn't do trades. So it's not like, okay, give the obedience and then or the loyalty and then you will get love. That's not love. That's ego. If anything, your parents or husband or kids should respect you because out of respect for life, out of just love, you know? And ironically, you probably know this much better than I do, that this kind of dynamic, I'm referring to India now, tradition in India, this kind of dynamic of obedience and loyalty it still doesn't ensure that you will get love and respect, nor from your parents, nor from your husband, nor from your kids. Yeah, it doesn't mean any of them will treat you correctly. If they don't like something about you, if your skin is too dark or something like that, it doesn't matter how obedient or loyal you are. You might still get put down. If the other people in that family are just arrogant and egotistical, it doesn't matter. And actually, if we sell ourselves, if we like compromise ourselves, it will never get true respect from anybody. It might be nice, like a careful balance is preserved so that, others can like everybody in the family can be happy and relaxed because now everybody else approves and thinks, we're not creating any scandals, so no one is disapproving of us. So we're happy with this careful balance that's been created. Yeah, we are virtuous, we are so well behaved and this and that. But actually, no respect, true respect or love have ever flown where there is like a compromising of oneself. The only thing that really generates respect in anybody is loyalty to yourself, is firmness. But again, it's not something that you would be true to out of a desire for respect. It's only because it's our natural tendency anyway. Your life is about you. You are unique, as is every other life form, human and otherwise. And the whole point is for that uniqueness to come to expression. Yeah, so your life is about you. So the first disrespect to life is to compromise ourselves or to sacrifice ourselves, even though we think it's such a noble and heroic thing to do, to sacrifice ourselves. But what are we doing it for? All we're doing is strengthening the ego. We're sacrificing ourselves, if anything, to the ego. Why is there a lot of ego? Where does it come from? Why can we not see it clearly? We can see it. We can see it. It's just a matter of, the more we are kind of, take our sensitivity seriously or respect our own sensitivity, the more we see it. Why is there a lot of ego? It's a mystery at the end of the day, like everything else. It comes from the human-centered view of the world. It comes from the view that humans are special among all the life forms. That's where it comes from. But where ultimately, I don't know. It's a mystery. Yeah, I'm glad it makes sense. It's common sense, It really is common sense. But we've come so far away from common sense. We don't think it's important. It's everywhere, Jennifer. It's in this topic as well of non-duality. People actually, what most people, what they actually want, if they are seeking so-called or listening to videos and things, they want some specialness. They want to get some kind of freedom or enlightenment or self-realization or whatever it is, in order to be special, to be seen by others as special, to get respect, to get love, quote unquote. They don't even honor their own desire just to be happy. Just want to be happy, right? Not even that, because think about kids. Like, what do kids want to do? Kids want to have fun. So actually what we want is just to have fun. Kids don't even think I want to be happy, because one day they're crying, one day they're playing and laughing. It's both are equal. They're equally valid, But actually, we want to have fun. All of it is kind of, it's alive, it's vibrant, that's what we want. And it's very simple, and it's very common sense, and it's very down to earth. So, while this topic is useful in a way because it goes kind of deep, and really sees, there's a certain clarity there, but it's also been claimed a lot, to for some selfish and arrogant ends and some human-centered ends. And a lot of the false beliefs and mistaken ideas that we walk around with, they never get questioned, even in this topic. People come into it with these, and they're not ready to question them. They're not ready to look at them. They're just assumed. So we have a conversation, and everybody is kind of reconfirming and solidifying the mistaken views, really. It's strange, isn't it? Like, there's this topic called non-duality, and immediately we're in the mindset of should. It's like, oh, I should be against duality. I should see that things are not dual. It's weird. It's strange how we go into something, and it is this kind of servitude mindset, this obedience mindset, which is, oh, let me find the right way so that I'm good. It's the same tendency that we were talking about before. It's almost as if it has a life force. It fought back with a conscious vengeance, seemingly. Yeah, the ego never wants to lose its voice, for sure. It will do anything. It will walk over the corpse of its host in its pursuits, Do you make mistakes? I feel like I've done a lot of mistakes in life. There are no mistakes. What's past is past, and that's it. I don't know, mistakes. What's a mistake? Why even go back and see, oh, I did this which wasn't kind to someone, or this or that? It's a waste of energy, waste of time. For me, there's only the present, the now, in this moment. That's not just for you. That's is all there is. Or actually, you could say there is not even a present moment. There is no now. Many cannot see this. Okay. The point being, what's the issue? If we say that, then we're just promoting, look what I can see. You see it? Yeah, this claiming, it's everywhere. It underlies everything. Even something like, this confidence. For example, I was at war with duality, like you're saying, and now no more. So even this no more, and this sort of relief, in a way, that will also be claimed. Now I've seen through something. Yeah. I can see clearly now, others can't. It's a split second, and it's very subtle, and we can live a whole lifetime not seeing it, being convinced that there is no ego activity going on, when actually there is. The beauty is that it burns itself out, you know, eventually even um, the system can't take it anymore. Like the biological system can't take it anymore. So whatever there are breakdowns or, you know, nervous breakdowns or mental breakdowns or or illness or disease and death also in many cases, it's kind of a, how do you say, like a, in an electrical circuit when you have a trip switch, just like if there's an overload there is a switch off for the kind of safety of the, or to not burn out the whole system. Yeah, something like that.